I'm Divya and I get really scared of crossing the main roads in India. Last time I had to cross a busy street in India, I just closed my eyes and hung on to my cousin for dear life, and she safely brought me to the other side. She's a Bangalore local, the best cousin ever, and the most capable 6-year-old I know. As a kid, I never really understood Indian culture or Hindu religion. I didn't know that you couldn't eat chicken in a temple. I remember being 5 years old, we were at a sacred Hindu temple, and just as Mum was explaining to the Hindu priests how polite I was and how aware of Hindu religion I was, I pointed at the cauliflower pakoras being served and loudly said, "Mum, hurry up and get me those chicken nuggets." The Indian aunties still remind me of this incident. I swear Indian aunties are the worst for self-esteem. Actually, no, Instagram is the worst for self-esteem. Or is it? Actually, I know what it is. I mean, come on. Just the idea of putting out the best image of yourself, desperate for thumbs up, but instead get mean comments, be bombarded with stories that only make you feel inadequate, and have any bad moment of yours be shared across continents to everyone in seconds. And don't get me started on why I hate Instagram. As a kid, there were so many English words I didn't know, because in our Indian household, different English words were used. Instead of glasses, it was spectacles. Instead of bicycle, it was cycle. Instead of telling off, it was scolded. I remember not knowing what grounded meant until my white friend explained it was when you had to stay home and your parents weren't very pleased with you. In our house, the word for that was childhood. With the horrible coronavirus, at one stage we were all asked to stay locked inside unless absolutely necessary. I guess the whole world had been grounded, but many of us brown kids have been used to stay-at-home orders our whole lives. Okay, that's not fair. There's a big difference between a lockdown and a brown kid's childhood. We were never allowed to lock our doors. On this point of quarantine, my Indian friend wanted me to add that this Easter long weekend was the first time she spent the entire 4 days in her room. But thanks to technology, she didn't feel lonely, as she was able to spend quality time with all of her sex toys. Her favorite being the rabbit vibrator. But she does wish that at least as an adult, her brown parents would let her lock her door. And after hearing what happened that weekend, I think her parents now wish that too. But overall, it was apparently a lot of fun with the rabbit vibrator. Sounds like a happy Easter with that bunny. I'm not sure if I'll let my kids lock their doors. I just hope I don't regret having children. Just the other day, I was hearing on repeat, no one should have kids. Mine are the worst. My children have ruined my life. And after a while, I had to be like, okay, I think you've made your point, Dad. My mom doesn't regret having kids though. Although a few months ago when we were on our way to a family friends function, I asked her who her favorite kid was, and she said, "Divya, it depends. You both are never living with me at the same time. Sometimes you're away, sometimes your brother leaves and goes. So depending on the child who is living with me and spending all their time with me, my favorite kid will always be the other one." So we finally reached this family friends function, which was a birthday party for a 5-year-old. And this Indian auntie comes up to me and she's like, "I hope someone marries you. You're very dark, no?" She just kept rambling without even realizing the ramifications of what she was saying. It then hit me. Even if Instagram and Indian aunties are alike, there is one big difference. Unlike Insta, aunties have no filters. So I'm at this kid's birthday party, I'm sitting and eating, and this little boy from India comes and looks at my plate and he's really surprised. He's like, "Oh my God, even in Australia, people eat pakoras?" And I said, "Of course people eat pakoras in Australia, but this is chicken nuggets." Thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed my set. Please stay safe and keep well.